formed. Now all organisms, they contain cells, but their number may vary. So classification of organisms based on number of cells in the body. So according to that, they are classified as unicellular and multicellular. Uni means only one. So these organisms, they contain only one cell, but then also all the functions are performed by the single cell of the body. These are some organisms: amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas and bacteria. These are all single-celled organisms. All the functions of the cell are performed by the single cell. Okay, you can see their images. This is the paramecium, amoeba, and this is euglena. So all these are single-celled organisms. Multicellular organisms. So in here the body consists of many cells, right? And there is division of labor in multicellular organisms. It means that different functions are performed by different kinds of cells. And examples, you are all aware of these examples: multicellular organisms. Now what is a cell made up of? So all organisms are made up of cells. So what is a cell made up of? Now a cell is made up of different components which are known as cell organelles, right? A cell is able to live and perform all its functions because of these organelles. So these all organelles, they help the cell to perform different functions, and all cells have the same organelles irrespective of their functions and organism they are found in. It means that the same organelles are present in all the cells. Okay, they may have different shape, different size, but some organelles are present in all the cells. Next, you can see the structure of plant cell and animal cell. This is an animal cell, this is a plant cell. You can see the size of this animal cell. It is from 10 to 30 micrometers in length, and plant cell is about 10 to 100 micrometers in length. So animal cells are generally smaller than the plant cells. Okay, then some other parts also you can see which are called the cell organelles. We'll study about these organelles in detail in the next few slides. This is the cross section of a plant cell. You can observe some parts here. Now this two layers you can observe. The outermost layer is called the cell wall. The fluid filled inside the cell is known as the cytoplasm, and the second layer is known as the cell membrane or also the plasma membrane, right? Then some other parts also you can see here. This is rough ER. It means it is rough endoplasmic reticulum, and smooth ER is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Nucleus, this pink colored circle sphere is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus another sphere is the nucleolus. Then it is bound by a nuclear membrane. Okay, these green color cell organelles, they are the chloroplasts. Here you can see another cell organelle which is known as the mitochondria, Golgi body, okay, and vacuole. So all these parts we are going to study in detail in this chapter. Animal cell. Here the outermost membrane is the cell membrane. Okay, so do you find any difference in the plant cell and animal cell? The outermost membrane in the plant cell was, yes, the cell wall, but here it is cell membrane. Here only single layer is there, but in plant cell there were two different layers. We are going to see what is the importance of these two layers, right? Some common parts are there: rough ER, smooth ER, nucleus, nucleolus, nuclear membrane, vacuole. Can you see the difference in the size of vacuole? Yes, in plant cell it was bigger, but only single was there, and here you can find many vacuoles but of smaller size. Okay, so some parts are common, some parts are different or absent here. Can you see chloroplast in this? No. Okay.